Yeah, I think, because for me, I mean, I was ridiculed. I believe the seventh grade year of middle school was probably one of the worst ever. Um, I hated it. I hated going to school. I hated how cruel the kids could be, and that was independent very much of me. I wasn't really even engaged in any art at that time. I didn't have the option as much. Um, but any sort of artistic inclination that I showed was that's you're gay, you're weird, you're stupid, and so that was difficult. Um, I was able to overcome it eventually. And in high school, no matter what I did, whatever crazy thing, if I was acting or dancing, independent of school or just doing things in school or forensics, um, I just didn't listen anymore. I chose to just. Sometimes it would be just giving them ammunition like what I'm goofy looking, I got big ears and a big nose. What else do you got? Yeah, I dance. It's gay. So, and your point is, so there was really, if you take that away, they have nothing to fire with. They've just got something they can try and bludgeon you with, and it's really clumsy and stupid. And so, with William, he has the great, great fortune of not being in a typical environment. And when I say typical, I mean it's not. He goes to a Waldorf school on Brady Street in Milwaukee, where it's a very artistically enriching and rewarding environment. And his class came to see him do the Nutcracker a couple weeks ago before, and the boys were cheering him on when he was done. They're like, "That's so awesome! You did this. That was great." And I wish as a kid that you, myself, I mean, we were part of a different generation where that sort of stuff was, I don't want to say it was frowned upon, but there was a sense of machismo that's not manly. You can't do that. That had, without there being some sort of repercussions and consequences. And sometimes they were, physical or mentally abusive. But for William, he knows that, it's not sports. His cousins are very much into sports. We used to live 2 floors above them, and they are sweet, sweet boys. They are wonderful. But I think even in the past few years, could see the difference between, the sport mentality and the arts mentality. And they're great kids too. They both play violin, and they have been for like, oh God, 6 and 8 years respectively, and they're 11 and 12. So they're part of it too. But I think he knows what's coming. I do fear middle school for him. I do fear fifth, sixth, seventh grade when boys start to change and they no longer want to be individuals, but they want to be part of a collective. Because I know that's what changed for me was when those kids decided that individuality wasn't cool anymore. But it is different too, and it's easier to reach out. I think just to go off on a very brief tangent, I think the digital age has helped that. Um, couldn't find a zombie lovers club when I was a kid or Thespians Anonymous. And now you can find that. You can find a forum. You can find a website. I don't think the alienation is there the same way. So I hope he'll rely on us if something comes to the forefront. A boy that I worked with in Music Man a couple years ago uh, was dealing with problems with boys making fun of him, calling him gay because he was taking dance lessons. And I just encouraged him that if he wanted to do it, boy, he better keep doing it because you can't let go of it just because the world is cruel. Because there's a lot more kindness than cruelness out there.